Yep, this will be fast, I hope. Today is the 22nd. And I don't even know what to call these notes. I still don't necessarily know what to call these notes. My hesitation now is the same as it was 4 hours ago, 5 hours ago, is if I head the notes the way I think I should, then I'll be kind of spilling the beans, giving away a secret of what I want you to see for yourselves. So remind me maybe in about 5 minutes, we'll come back and we'll put a title on the notes once you kind of put the pieces together here. So what you're used to in my class right now is you're used to writing equations of lines. Right now, I know if I gave you 2 points, you'd know what to do. You'd do the y, x, x slopey thing. You'd pick a point, write your equation, distribute. Like you got the drill, right? So what you're going to see here now, you might wonder, why are we talking about this? Well, let's see. Let's write the equation of the line. I'm going to do this in a different order than I did this morning. Let's write the equation of the line that goes through the point -2, 5, and 2, 3. And I meant to put -2, 3. Apologies for that. As far as you're concerned right now, this is just another math problem. I don't I don't see why you'd feel any other way about it right now, right? Y minus y, x minus x, build your dumb equation like you've done this before, right? Let's start with step one. Let's find the slope. So we're going to start with this. What's that going to say? Nice. Thank you for not giving me the answer also. I really appreciate that. So it's going to just be 3 minus 5. And then what's this one going to say? It's going to be -2 minus negative. Thank you. So plus 2. Good, right? You've done this. You've done this. I think I can now say this without being hyperbolic. I think you've done this now hundreds of times in my class, right? Finding the slope. So on the top, what's 3 minus 5? -2. On the bottom, what's -2 plus 2? 0. So what's the slope? -2. Nope. Yep. The thing about algebra is that it builds all year. And yeah, we kind of veer off sometimes, but by and large, you're just like this snowball of knowledge rolling down a hill. And every time something comes up, you're like, I've seen this before, I've seen this before. And because I heard at least two or three of you say it, that when you have a slope with a 0 on the bottom, the slope is undefined. Now, I am not teaching you about slope today. I stopped teaching you just about slope like a month and a half ago. We've done it. My conversation with you today is about what this implies. Because here's what I'm not going to do. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to do it because I'm not a weirdo. I'm not going to write like, don't do this. Okay, I'm about to write something in green. Don't write it down because it's really bad. I'm not going to write like y minus 5 equals undefined times x plus 2. Can you see how ridiculous that would be? So this is not a one size fits all. I don't just brainlessly, robotically go into every problem writing the point slope equation. Let's think outside the box. This is totally different than you think. And by the way, I can't use the kid's name because I don't want to embarrass him, but I had a dude earlier that was like he thought this was hard. And then we did a couple together, and then he was so disappointed when he saw how easy this actually is. So just know that you're headed there. It's going to click. But for now, let's talk about it. What kind of a line has a slope that's undefined?
Horizontal or vertical?
It's one of the two. It is vertical all day long. The knowledge you've acquired over the year. This is what an undefined slope looks like. And I'm trying to walk you down a pathway here of making connections. If that's an undefined slope, how do we write the equation of a vertical line? X equals some random number, right? Except it's actually not very random. So we know, because we've acquired this knowledge, that a vertical line must be written like this. X equals blank. And then we look and I'm sorry to interrupt, but just give me a second. That we look at the problem and say, boy, if only there were some X coordinate that I could put and fill in that hole. Could I maybe like look at one of these points and just pick its X? Let's think about that. What's his X coordinate? -2. What's his X coordinate? Do you see how they're both at an X of -2? Methinks that the equation is X equals -2. End of conversation. It is absolutely so disappointingly simple once you decide that it's simple. But that's it. Once you make the connection that, wait a second, I just found the slope. The slope is undefined. Undefined lines look like this. Undefined equations are X equals blank. I just go to the points and I pick out their X and I say, I'm done. I wouldn't even, the question eventually comes up of, do I even have to show work on this? And the answer is, yes, this is coming from Mr. Ayer. And the answer is, you don't. Because once you understand the situation, you realize, I know exactly where this is headed. Like, think about this. If I go 4, -521, and then my other point is 4, 1,234.6. Let's think about this. If you were to find the slope, it would be some number that you don't care about over what? 4 minus 4, which is, and what is the slope when 0 is on the bottom? And if this slope is undefined, it's a vertical line, and all vertical lines are X equals. And last I checked, these both have an X that equals what? Done. Problem over. You don't even need to look at the slope. You don't even need to go down this road. You could just look at this and say, hang on, look at you 2 points. You're mocking me. You both have the same X coordinate. That means that you're both right 4 up something, right 4 down something. They're in a vertical line. You can't avoid it. Yes.
If there's two like equations, like points or whatever,
Points.
and they have the exact same exponent, does that normally mean the exponent equals that number?
Yep.
Okay.
You kept saying exponent. I thought I could let this go. You mean like the same coordinate, like X coordinate?
Yeah, like x equals.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I.
Let's go again. Let's do -2, 5, and 3, 5. You already know right where I'm headed with this, Leo. I know you do. And I know 4 other people in this room know exactly where I'm headed with this. But let's do our due diligence and just see why it works the way it does. Let's do what we always would do, and that is find slope. So here it goes. On top of my slope goes 5 minus 5. On the bottom of my slope goes what? 3 minus -2, also known as 3 plus 2, right? The red thing is important, but it's just really not what I'm here for. On top of this slope, what do I get? What's 5 minus 5? And what is 0 over anything? What is the slope? And then we make a connection. If we're good as a team, this isn't about me or you, it's us as a team. We make a connection. What kind of a line has a slope of 0? All day long, horizontal. And if a line looks like that, we spent a good chunk of time talking about how to write the equation of that line.
What?
It's y equals the number. Not you don't, these are not the ones where we go in and we say y minus this equals. No, stop. If it's a horizontal line, it's just y equals some number, right? And then you say to yourself, boy, if only there was some convenient place for me to figure out what the y coordinate of this. And then you go, oh, I see you. You both have a y that equals 5. Therefore, the solution, not the solution, but the equation is just very simply y equals 5. Got it? So that to me is obvious. If I give you the points, I mean, look at this. Let's do 2, -5, 2, 3. Quick. What's the equation of the line that passes through these points? It's x equals 2. Done. That's how quick these problems can be. You see that, right? They don't just both have 2's. They both have 2's in the x coordinate position. That's obvious. Or I could give you this. I could give you -1, 9 and 13, 9. And you go, Yeah, you're gonna fool me. I see that both your y coordinates are the same. Y equals 9. What if it's the same number, but they're in different spots? Then it has no relevance. You just do the problem.
-2, 5, and then the other one's also -5.
And it's not a line. Then that would never be. What an interesting question. No math teacher would ever ask you to write that equation because you haven't defined a line. It's just the same point. You literally just defined the same point twice. So what in math, the way it works is this: we give you a point and say, write the equation of the line, right? You could do that. But if I give you a point and another point, and I ask you to write the equation of the line, it's impossible because I haven't given you 2 points, have I? Okay, so that will never happen to you. Now, yes, those ones we just did are really obvious. What happens when it's this? What if I say, write the equation of the line that passes through the point 4, 7 and has a slope of 0? This time, if you're sleeping right now because you're like, this guy's still droning on about something that is easy, wake back up because this is not like that. I can't look at this and just go, oh, look, the X's are the same, or oh, look, the Y's are the same. What's the gist? Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. If the slope is 0, it's one of these guys. And then you make the connections. How do you write the equation of one of these guys? Horizontal, y equals, and then you go, boom, y equals 7 because you're my guy. You're in the y spot. I'll pick you. People say, what about the 4? Don't care. Doesn't matter.
Zero.
Is this the new slope one?
No, I'm just trying to connect some dots for you today. Yeah, this is all stuff you actually already know. I'm just trying to put some pieces together here so that it comes. It'll just have this sprinkled in. Right, so it's going to be what you're used to, except I've sprinkled some of these new ones in. How about this one? We're going to go through the point -9, 52. And this one's going to have a slope that's undefined. You have got to make connections or I am spinning my wheels. I'm going to walk you through the same questions that you should be asking yourself. And if you think it's annoying, well, do it yourself and I won't have to keep doing it. Here it goes. A line that has an undefined slope is what? A vertical line. And a line that is vertical is written in what way? X equals. You've got to connect those dots. And then you say X equals, I choose you, -9. Got it? So that is that. Like I said, today's assignment is not all that. What it is what you already know how to do with that mixed in now. So watch out for those. Okay, cool. Let's do it. And I do have some answer keys up on Canvas. I put on 33 and 34 up there today because I hadn't had those before. And I realized, whoa, so they're up there now. So assuming they're done, you can get them graded. So the beginning part is just y plus 4 equals. What do you see coming down the pike? Do you see a fraction that's going to play nice with us or not? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So what I like to do is just copy down a bunch of stuff first. I like to get actually 3/4 of the way done with my answer before I actually have to do anything. Yeah. And then I pause. This is where we pump the brakes. And just wait.
It'd be, what? Or wait, no, it'd be, by the negative, so you get one time, it should be possible.
Nice job. Yeah, and I was just happy to sit and kind of ride along while you had that whole conversation with yourself. That's how this should be going in your head, is you're seeing things canceling. Some people are seeing the 3 becoming a 3/1, and they're doing it. At the end of the day, yeah, I have no idea even what to make of that. But at the end of the day, listen, no matter how you slice it and dice it, regardless of what method you use, multiplying the 2 numbers in the green boxes 100% of the time will make a positive one. And this is a nice problem because the fraction kind of gets rid of itself and you get y equals -1/3 of x. Done.
Yeah, take you guys a minute to understand.
Oh my God, I couldn't, I had it on, I just did it wrong. When you did.
Hey, that's correct. You're wrong.
Yep.
You check this one.
Sure. Which one did you do? You're still on 34, right? You'll have to read it to me again.
You know that. -5, yeah. Place with a full call. I don't have.
Hold on a second. Will you try that again?
-5.
Okay, so -5, 2. And the other piece of information,
Slope.
2 what?
2 over.
Okay. So, I mean, you know this, you can do this first step in your sleep, right? Y minus 2 equals 2/9 of X plus 5, like boring, right? This is not going to be an enjoyable problem, and you know it's because of the 5 and the 9, right? Okay, so let's take the low hanging fruit, the easy stuff, and just get it done. What's it going to be? Give me as much as you can, as quick as you can. Ready, go.
Y
Yep.
equals.
No, Y minus 2
Y minus
equals,
2, 9, 2 over 9 X.
that's perfect. And that's where you should stop.
Oh.
Not stop for good, just that's where you pause, pump the brakes, slow down. You're entering a work zone here, right? Okay. So I need you to tell me what the answer is to that. You do see that it's not going to come out nice, right? So here's what you do. If you want a nice quick way to do this, just take the 2 and the 5 and multiply them together. You get 10, stick it over 9, and you're done. Got it? And then is it a plus or a minus?
Fine.
Okay, so you're good to hear. Now, what do we do? Correct. I'm going to ask you this again on this side right here. I'm not going to put plus 2. I need it as a fraction, right?
Okay.
What fraction do I need it as?
It needs to be over 9.
You're adding.
Yes, it does.
18 over 9.
Yes. So we're going to add 18/9, and then the problem's over. So we get Y equals 2/9 of X. And then your bottom, you know, is going to be 9.
Then it becomes. What do you do about that?
You just go like this. 10
Oh.
plus 18,
Yeah.
done.
Oh,
So-
I.
Gavin, you have a question?
Can we go over number 2 on Senate 35?
Of course, yeah. I'm a little low on time, but everyone's going to be respectful and not get up and make noise. We're gonna try our best, okay? So we're going through the point 2, 1, and our slope is -1 over 6. So real quick, you should have Y minus 1 equals -1/6 of X minus 2. I assume you're good to there. And then I assume you copy down all the easy stuff like the Y minus 1 equals -1/6 of X. And then this is where everyone pumps the brakes. This is the step of death and doom. It's this right here. And I don't know, because every one of you, all 60 of it, they're different. How do you perceive that? What do you think it equals?
I think it's 2/6.
I do too, but I would reduce it if I were you.
1/3.
Right. And is it positive or negative? All day long. So see, and I know that you're capable of seeing that.
That's what we, but Katie's still wrong.
So if we reduce as we go, which we should be doing, 2 over 6 becomes 1 over 3, then we're home free. So one kid at a time, we're going to get this concept across. We're going to have Y equals -1/6 of X. And right here, when I add 1, yes. So what am I going to get?
8/6 equals 4/3. You can.
Oh my.
Jackson was right.
I
I don't really know.